Welcome to Laval. C'est le windy. So, I know I look like shit. Well, I feel like it too, so I don't really give a shit. I won't be rewatching this video because I just won't. I don't want to edit it. I want it to be honest and truthful. I've been going through a lot more than I care to admit. I think that Lucky's death in December hit me a lot harder than I think it did. And to be honest, I haven't really had a sober day in a pretty long time. I think my brain is a little smarter than it should be, because when I buy booze or when I go out and I get a drink, my head says to me, oh, you're just coping, and this is a valid coping mechanism for whatever you're going through. And I just drink. I don't even know what time it is right now, but let me see. It's 4:30, and I've already had half a bottle of Fireball. So, whatever. I thought moving to Laval would be a new experience, and I would acclimate better, you know? And I just feel like I feel really lost here. And it's not because of the people. Everyone is really nice. It's just because of my own mindset, you know? And the stuff that I post online, everything I post for everyone that watches and likes and everything. Look, I post what I think you want to see. I don't post the dark days where I'm passed out at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, drunk, because I can't fucking deal with my life. And then I go through that guilt of the fact that, like, I don't have a bad life. Like, I have a good life. I'm doing really well. Everything else in my life is doing really well. My adult content is doing really well. Last month, I surpassed sales that I never thought I would surpass. And yet, somehow I'm still depressed about so much going on. I think my problem is that I expect people to return the behavior that I give to them. Does that make sense? I expect people to respond in kind, and it just doesn't feel that way in my life anymore. I feel like I've always been that friend or relative that has gone out of their way to do everything I can to be present and to be there for everyone, that when no one's there for me, it feels it was sort of all for naught, you know? And that's not, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I have some friends that have reached out to me. But the thing is that these are friends that I'm not in contact with on a regular basis. And yet somehow they, sixth sense, are like, hey, I think you need to talk. So they call me. And that feels great. But then there's people I talk to about, like, my deepest, darkest secrets and suicidal thoughts, and it's Wednesday. I talked to this person a week ago. They've yet to even check in to see if I'm okay. I know that I isolated myself because I was sick of the pain and the hurt. I was sick of going above and beyond for people and not having it reciprocated. But I've had friends that moved away, like my best friend Heather, who moved to Morocco and then moved to Vancouver, and we've been friends for like 20 years. We still keep in contact. I don't understand. Like, was I always that bad of a person that no one wants to know me? I remember when I was young and I was in Hamilton, and and I would go to the Embassy Club. And I remember having a conversation with one of the barbacks there. I'm not going to say his name because he's a piece of shit. But he said something really stupid one night, and I said, I was talking about the drag shows that were going on, and I said, you realize that they're the ones that pay the bills, right? When you have a slow Thursday, what do? You fucking put on a drag show so that people will come and entertain you, and you will make money. And promptly, I was blocked. I was banned from that bar for a couple times. You know, when I was young, I was always the person with a voice. I feel that the people that I used to call my friends maybe just weren't my friends, and they were just there for the show. Like, I'll admit, listen, I am like a bomb going off sometimes. When shit happens that I don't agree with, I fucking light up like dynamite. I know that. And it's sad to think that some of these people were only ever around just to watch the explosion. Because they ain't fucking here now, that's for sure. And it's not like, oh, woe is me, blah, blah, blah. Look, like, I'm not... This isn't one of those videos. It's just a sort of like... I've just sort of had it, you know? I'm just so fucking fed up of people. I'm fed up of everyone, you know? People wonder why my fucking cat and dog have their own Instagram, because truthfully, they're the only ones that I trust. They've been the only ones that have been loyal to me, that have been faithful to me. My own family hasn't. Look, I have waited weeks to film this, to talk about the fact that I've been in a really deep depression and I've been suffering through my alcoholism really badly lately. I waited a long time. I've played this over in my head 100 times of how I would say it, what I would say, because I never wanted anyone out there watching to be disappointed. My only goal was to let you know that you're not alone. That, you know, we all suffer in our own silence, and I'm just fucking done suffering in silence. I'm so fucking over it. I'm so over it. And I hope that somehow this video helps you to get over it too. You're not alone. If you wake up at 9 in the morning and you have a couple shots of vodka or Red Bull or Red Bull and vodka or a glass of wine, you're not alone. There hasn't been a day in the last month that I haven't woken up and had a drink to cope, to deal. The fucked up part about it this time is, I don't know what I'm coping with. I could be like, oh, it's because I'm lonely and I'm in a new place and blah, blah, blah. But you've seen the videos. Laval is like so beautiful. Montreal is so beautiful. Why am I depressed? My entire life reminds me of that British comedy, Keeping Up Appearances. I feel like I've put out what I wanted you to want to see, and I've kept myself guarded, and for that, I'm sorry. Truth is that, like every other human being, I'm fractured and broken, and I've gotten to a point where I'm done reaching out for help. I'm done reaching out to friends and family for help. Wanting to feel needed and wanting to feel loved. I'm sort of fucking over it. I'm just done. I just don't give a shit anymore.